A circular lamina of 50 mm diameter rests on HP such that one of its diameter is inclined at 30 degrees to VP and 45 degrees to HP. Draw its top and front views in this position. So he says circular lamina 50 mm diameter rests on HP and one of its diameter is inclined at 45 degrees to HP. So inclination is given is the true inclination. So you make the diameter also has to be true length. So then in the initial position it has to be on HP. So you take the circle of diameter 50 mm and draw a circle, and you draw a horizontal line and vertical line, and then with the same radius of 50 with A as center, cut an arc on this and cut an arc on this. Similarly with G as center, cut an arc on this and cut an arc on this with the same radius 25. Then again from D you cut an arc on this side and also cut an arc on this side. Similarly from K you cut an arc on this side and cut an arc on this side. So you are going to get all 12 points. Then you project these points to the front view, to the XY line, and to get this line. So now the surface is parallel to HP, so I am getting the true diameter here, and since the surface is perpendicular to VP, so I am getting a line here. So one of its diameters is inclined at 30 degrees to VP and 45 degrees to HP. So one of the diameter means we will consider the diameter as A dash G dash, which is parallel to HP, and AG is parallel to VP. Since parallel to VP, so I am getting the true length of the diameter A dash G dash, and here the angle is inclined at 45 degrees to HP. So we are going to consider that. So we are going to consider that in the next part. Such that one of its diameter is inclined at 45 degrees to HP. So here I am considering the diameter A dash G dash, which is parallel to VP, so I am getting the true length here. So consider any point and you draw measure an angle of 45 degree using the protractor, and then draw a line. Then measure the length from A dash to G dash with A dash as center, cut an arc on this to get this point A dash G dash and dot that line. Similarly, you measure the length from A dash to this point. From A dash you cut an arc by using the compass. Again, without altering the radius, from G dash you cut an arc to get this point. Similarly, you measure the length from A dash to this point. From A dash you cut an arc on this side. Similarly, without altering the radius, from G dash you cut an arc, you will going to get this point. Similarly, you measure the length from A dash to D dash K dash. From A dash you cut an arc to get this point. So you mark D dash K dash here. Then you draw a vertical projector from A dash and G dash, and draw a horizontal projector from AG to get this point AG. Similarly, you draw a vertical projector from D dash and K dash, and draw a horizontal projector from D and K to get these points first. So you got this line and this line. Similarly, you draw a vertical projector from A dash, next to this A dash, you draw a vertical projector. Similarly, from this point G dash, you draw the vertical projector. And which are these 2 points? These 2 points are this point and this point. So which is those? That these 2 points. So you draw a horizontal projector from here, and you draw a horizontal projector from here to get the 4 points here. 1, 2, 3, 4. You get this. Similarly, you draw a vertical projector from this one and also from this one, and draw a horizontal projector from here, and also draw a horizontal projector from here to get these 12 points. So 4 plus 4 plus 4, it becomes 12. So one diameter A dash G dash is inclined to HP, so I am getting the apparent length, and D dash K dash is parallel to HP, so I am getting the true length here. So you have the length of the major axis and the length of the minor axis. Since you have the length of the major and the length of the minor, so obviously that will going to become the ellipse. So by using the free hand, you join all these by means of a smooth curve. The curve has to be smooth, and you have to dot that. Then one of its diameters is inclined at 30 degrees to VP. So here he has given the true inclination, but here one of the diameter means what? The diameter which is inclined to HP is the one is inclined to VP also. So here this diameter is inclined to HP, so obviously this will going to be in apparent length. but the inclination is given is true inclination. So consider any point on the xy line and draw a 30-degree line first, which is the true inclination line. Since you want the since it is a line of true length, true inclination, so you have to take the true length of the diameter, which is AG. Why? A dash D dash is parallel to HP, so I am getting the true length here. So you measure the length from A to G. From A, you cut an arc on this, you will get this point. Then draw a locus. Then with A as center, take the distance of AG, which is 35.3553. Of course, whatever the distance you get by using the compass. But here, the dimension I given only for the reference. So from here, you cut it on this locus line to get this point. So we got A and G. Similarly, then you transfer all the distances which are there in here on this AG. How to do that? Measure the length from A to this point. From A, you cut an arc to get this point. Similarly, you measure the length from here to here. From here, you cut an arc. Similarly, you measure from here to here. Then from here, you cut an arc. Then, if you try to measure this using the compass, then it becomes very short, clumsy. Then what you do? From G, you measure this length. Since you are measuring from G, so correspondingly from G, you cut, you get this point. Similarly, you measure from G to this point, and from G, you cut this to get this point. Since all these lines are perpendicular to EG, so similarly, by using the protractor, you keep the protractor on AG line and mark 90 degree, then draw perpendiculars for all these points, whatever it has been transferred from here. Then you measure the length from this point to this point. You measure the length from this point to this point. So this point will be identical to this as well as this and as well as this. So from here, you cut an arc on this side and you cut an arc on this side. Similarly, from this point, you cut an arc on this side and you cut an arc on this side. So you got these 4 points, rectangle. Again, you measure the length from this point to this point, which is that point here. That point is this. From here, you cut an arc here, and from here, you cut an arc here, and from here, you cut an arc on here. From here, you cut an arc. So then from here, you measure the length, whatever the length you have from center to K. So from here, you cut an arc on K, and from here, you cut an arc on D. So then all these things by means, join these things by means of a smooth curve. Once you get this, then to this you need to write the front view. So how to write the front view? So draw a horizontal projector from A dash and draw a vertical projector from A dash A to get this point. Similarly, from G dash you draw a horizontal projector, and from G you draw a vertical projector to get the point G dash. Then draw a horizontal projector from this point first. Then you draw a vertical projector from here, this point, and also from this point to get these 2 points. Then draw a horizontal projector from here, which is that point is here. So you project this and you project this. So draw a horizontal projector from DK and draw a vertical projector from D dash and also from this K. You'll get these 2 points. Then similarly, you draw a horizontal projector from here and draw a vertical projector from here and from here to get these 2 points. Similarly, draw a horizontal projector from here and draw a vertical projector from these 2 points to get these 2 points here. So then join all these things by means of a smooth curve. Join all these things by means of a smooth curve to complete the sketch.